There was a man who had 12 sons through his 4 wives. Among all his sons he favors Joseph because he is the son of his old age, son of the wife he loves most, and also he respected his father so much. His brothers envy him so much because they can see that their father favors him. Their father gave him coat of many colors, which means royalty. Also he had dreamed that all his brothers, even his father and his mother, will make obeisance to him. It will make his brothers more angry at him when they feed their sheep on the mountain. Joseph wanted them to see if they all doing well, but they want to kill him. They dropped him in the well without water, and later on they decided to sold him to become a slave. They took his coat of many colors and spread blood of goat on it, then tear it and gave to their father. They told their father if he can recognize that coat, because that's the only thing they saw on the road. Their father recognized the coat, that it was Joseph's coat, and thought a wild beast killed Joseph. He mourned many days, not eating, just crying, for he loves Joseph so much. Joseph was bought by Potiphar. He is one of Pharaoh's officials. But Potiphar's wife likes Joseph so much. Every day she is seducing Joseph to sleep with him, but Joseph refuses. One day the wife of Potiphar let all the male servants went out to her house and seduced Joseph again. Joseph refused again and run away, but she accused Joseph of trying to rape her. That's why Potiphar don't have any choice but put Joseph in prison. In prison he meet the butler and the chief baker of the Pharaoh. They made mistakes of their job, that's why they are in prison too. They had dreams that bothered them, then by God's help Joseph interpret their dreams. The meaning of butler's dream was he will be released in prison and will be back to his job. But the baker's dream is that he will be hanged and his flesh will be eaten by birds. Joseph asked the butler to remember him when he will be back to his work again, because he was in prison being innocent of the accusations of him. But the butler didn't remember him. 7 years later the Pharaoh dreamed, and no one can interpret it. Then the butler remembered Joseph. So they took Joseph out of the prison and went to Pharaoh. Pharaoh explained his dreams, and Joseph told him the interpretations. There will be 7 years of plenty of harvest, but after it, there will be also 7 years of hunger. Joseph told the Pharaoh to put wise man who will manage the situation. Pharaoh don't know any wise man but Joseph. So Joseph become the governor of Egypt. The great hunger came already of all the land. Joseph's father and his evil brothers was also suffering from great hunger. They heard that there's plenty of food at Egypt, so they went there to buy some food. When Joseph saw them, they recognized them immediately, but they did not recognize Joseph. Joseph told them to be spies, but they said they are not spies, they only want to buy some food. Joseph put them to prison, but after few days, he let them go back to their home, only to let one of them stay in Egypt. They can only get him if they come back Egypt again and prove they are not spies by bringing their youngest brother, Benjamin, to present the governor. They went home and told their father everything happened to them. Also they found out that the money they paid for the food they bought was inside each sack of food they brought from the governor. The time came when all the food they bought was already empty, so they don't have choice but to go back to Egypt to buy food again. They begged their father to let Benjamin come with them. One of them said if Benjamin cannot come back home alive, then their father can kill his children. So their father let Benjamin come with them. When Joseph saw Benjamin, he couldn't help himself to cry, but he hid himself. Joseph let them eat with him in his house. Early in the morning Joseph sent them back home, but told his servant to put his silver cup in the sack of food of Benjamin. While they walking, the servants of Joseph pursued them and told them, how could they repay his master's evil for the good he showed to them by stealing one of his valuable things? They told the servant that whoever will be found the thing, then he will be servant of the governor for the rest of his life. They said that being confident that they are innocent. But the silver cup was found in Benjamin's sack. They are all terrified and begged the governor to take them instead of Benjamin, because if Benjamin cannot come back home alive, then their father will die for sadness. Joseph couldn't hold himself anymore and told them he is Joseph, their brother. When they heard it, they were more terrified, because they are thinking Joseph doing it on purpose for revenge. Joseph told them that he forgive them already, and that he understands God's purpose behind everything that happened to his life before. He asked them to stay with him in Egypt and sent carriage to pitch his old father. When they told their father, He cannot believe what they told him. But when their father saw Joseph with his own eyes, he said now he can die in peace knowing Joseph is alive and that God never leaves his side. If you like godly stories, please give me a like and subscribe so that I will be motivated to make more inspiring godly stories.